I will try. Everybody's ready?
Ready.
Okay. Good evening, and thank you for inviting me again. I'm very honored, and I'm looking around this room, and I see so many talented people, and it's really an honor to be here tonight. Among the many experiences that I have had, two are the most important ones, which I had mentioned in my last presentation. One was the Philippines, but today is also Italy. So how did I enter into Italy? Like the Romans did. I entered the Italian wearable fashion by applying through LinkedIn. This person was sending emails to Italian artists, and I introduced myself. However, I followed first and see what she was coming up with and whether she was really legitimate or not. It turned out that she had the support of the Ministry of Culture, that she was registered in the Chamber of Commerce, and that she had a registered trademark. So she was who she said she was. At the moment, she's my primary contact at this moment. And the project is moving to wearable fashion for other runway shows in Venice, Milan, and Forlì next March. The market is still open for me, but at this point I'm waiting to see what she is going to deliver for me. So I'm stepping back and watching what is happening. Having said that, I cannot discuss anymore because I'm really open business with her. But this is the plan. In order for you to work overseas, you need a very, very specific plan. And you must list the plan in your notebook because you get so carried away with ideas that you really forget what you're doing. Something that you get at the Office Depot, a little block note, and what will you need to get into this plan? You will need a name, a business name, a trademark like Nadia Azumi Silk Couture, a logo that you must create your own individual creation, whatever you want to represent. Copyright. You can get the information online and at the government copyright website. You will need a budget, which includes the shipping costs, customs, taxes, as well as the agent's fee. A bank account, and you will need a business bank account, not your private one, because then you will really have problems. And shipping costs to ship your stuff overseas. Customs, you may pay customs when your merchandise gets into Italy. Taxes, you have to pay ahead of time, in Italy particularly. It's 23%. So whether you sell or you do anything, you have to pay this in advance. And then you have to sit down and wait and see what is going to happen. Anything that is sent overseas must be charged by customs. So if you pay the taxes going, say, into Rome, you can take them out on your tax here. But you cannot do anything once it is overseas. If the project becomes a big one, you must really be prepared because it can get big very quickly. And if you want to exhibit overseas in a gallery, there are other things that you have to do. The fees for the agent, which is not cheap. Location of the gallery, if the gallery is really a good place to put your stuff there. The budget for the gallery exhibit. The taxes that you must pay at the destination. Advertisement that you will need and that the agent will have to do for you because you don't know the country. You are hiring her to do this for you. Insurance. The gallery will have its insurance, but you have to insure your own things from here to Italy on your own insurance. The sales tax in Italy, as I said, is 23%. So this is what happened to me in Italy. Now I will talk about the Philippines. And the Philippines is a much easier way to do business there. When my family was in the Philippines, I was approached by the World Bank to be a consultant in helping NGO and small cottage industry craftsmen to reach the international level for supporting their goods. And if you recall, I mentioned that at my last presentation. What is an NGO? Does anybody know what is an NGO? Right, a non-governmental organization that is neither a part of a government nor a conventional non-profit business. Usually set up by ordinary citizens, NGOs may be funded by government, foundations, businesses, or private persons. My job was to go and visit the NGOs and look at their craft and create together and with them concepts that could be sellable. Some people made it and some people did not because they did not have enough funds for the investments. And that is the sad part. Some artists really have it, but they don't have the money. The ones that made it went to CITEM. What is CITEM? The Center for International Trade, Expositions and Missions is the export promotion arm of the Philippines Department of Trade and Industry. And I dealt there. I represented, but I didn't put my silks. I had another business at that time. I dealt with big shots that wanted to have upgraded stuff and had the money and just had a very stale period. They just couldn't create things. And this happens to everybody. It is not difficult to change concepts and create different crafts. All you need to do is think outside the box, which I'll give you some tips later on. Like Emily said last month, you have to be creative. You also need to go and see different crafts that are not the same like what you do. And that will really open your eyes into seeing things very different. Unfortunately, in this market, there are, through the years that I've been around, there are a lot of people who have 2 concepts or 3 concepts. They become an artist. They go, they sell their crafts till it's completely oversold, and then they go out of business. They just don't see outside the box. And this is something that I would really like to share with you, because those who are here tonight are those who really are interested in moving ahead. So I'm very happy that you are here. What a real artist needs to do is to develop yearly concepts. That you can have something in your booth, something like a new design, a new piece of glass, a new hat, a new scarf. And the customer that you send the emails to, you send them and you tell them, I have some new things, come and visit. They will come and they will say, oh, this is new. I didn't see this color this year. What else do you have? So you can show what you had last year, plus a couple of new things. And that's how people keep coming back on and on into your booth. However, there comes a time when you are really unproductive. Don't give up, because this happens to everybody. Being painters, fashion designers, we all go through the up and down. But don't give up. That is the most important thing. Think positive, because the closer you think positive, the better things come to you. And you will unexpectedly find something, a loophole that you can get into and really sell your art. Trade. In order to get into a trade show, you can start with craft shows, like I did, and make your way up. You then find a trade show that can fit your artwork, description, then apply. Sometimes you have to invest money to make money. You just can't keep and say, well, I invested $100. I want the $100 first before I really can go into another show. Put a budget in. Say, this year I'm spending $1,000. Okay, what can I do? Can I buy material? Can I be creative? Can I think outside the box? All that things you have to put in that book of yours. Be prepared that if you go to the trade business, you are opening a major, major door, which means that you will have to deal with huge orders if the product is well received. Do you have a plan for that? If so, you must write it down so that in the event that it works, you don't panic. You have everything written down. If you're dealing with international buyers, the best thing for you is to contact the Chamber of Commerce of that country that they represent. Make sure that they are legitimate, that their trademark is registered, that their logo is registered. When they come to your booth and they want to buy things, for instance, samples. Well, samples has a story with samples. I had an experience in the Philippines with samples. This group of people came and they said, we would like to buy your eggs. I was doing eggs, washi eggs, blowing the inside of the egg, cleaning it, and selling them by container vans. So they came and they asked different colors of 12 different designs each. And then I asked them and I said, well, what are you going to do with them? Oh, 25 cents for one egg is too much. I said, okay, we can negotiate to 10. No, 5 cents. I said, no way, you cannot do that. So I said, well, how are you going to get 5 cents? Oh, we go to China. We take your samples and we'll go to China. I said, well, thank you very much for stopping at my booth. I went to security and I blacklisted them. I don't know how long they were blacklisted, but they were department stores that are here in Rockville. And they were banned from coming because they were taking your designs, my designs, going to China and doing it for nothing. So these are my experiences. Now I would like to show you what I can do outside the box. Just look what I have. This is outside the box. I found this at the Amsterdam airport. You can see it's black and white, square and round. This will look beautiful on a scarf. It has nothing to do with silk painting. This is outside the box. Then I have another things here. This is my book that I have had printed. It's about all my scarves that I have done so far. This is my portfolio. This is the book that I sent to Italy with my notes for the buyers if they are interested. So I can circulate this for you to see. You're more than welcome. This is my Bible. It's not really a Bible, but for artists and designers, it's called your Bible. You put everything in here and try not to lose it. Because if you lose it, you really get lost. So I will circulate this. This is my logo. This is my trademark, and this is the flower I designed. Now, once you apply for the trademark, what I used was LegalZoom. They've done all my work, and they're very cheap, and they're very good. So you apply with LegalZoom. They send all the documents to the trade website, to the offices, and then they contact you, and they give you a lawyer. So if you happen to change, say Nadia Silk Couture instead of Nadia Azumi, you lose your money, you have to start all over again. But at the same time, if you use Nadia Azumi Silk Couture and the logo, it comes all together. The wait is about 3 months from the recording time. And it will take something like 6 months before it comes in. Because you have to go through yourself, through the whole list to see if there is a Nadia Azumi Silk Couture with anybody. Now in my case, I used Silk Couture, which is something that everybody can use. So I had to put a disclaimer on that, that I authorize people to use this, because this is not mine. Nadia Azumi is mine. The logo is mine. The others, any of you can use this. So I will pass my Bible, and there is a logo inside, so please have a look, and if you have questions, ask me. The other thing that I use as outside the box that I love to do, especially with silk, is glass. Glass, the color when they fade and they shift is absolutely gorgeous. And I will pass with you something that I love very much, is Murano glass. Being an Italian, I love Murano glass. This necklace is an antique, and it's called wedding cake beads. You can have a look at the colors, and looking at this, I can make a beautiful scarf. In fact, Michelle's scarf came from this color that she has today. It's a baby light blue. I thought of putting pink, but I didn't think she would like the pink. So I left it outside the box. Another thing that I use is weaving, the texture of weaving. And a friend of mine that I introduced here tonight, Lynn Blake, we met several years ago in a craft show. She was across me, and she was the only buyer who bought my scarves. She bought 8 scarves that day, and she made my booth. Since that day, I fell in love with the work she had, because we had nothing else to do but look at each other's booth. And looking at that gave me ideas. And here are the ideas for the scarves. Lynn's scarves, Lynn's shawls, look at these colors. Do you see them in silk? I do. Yeah. It's outside the box. This is not my art. This is not my work. But what she did, the color combination, is what I look at. So anything you see, if you are in fashion, do it. Here is another one. Look at these colors. This is alpaca. These are very nice fall and winter colors. And these are the colors that will come up in my scarves. She made me think outside the box. So think outside the box no matter what you do. If you are in glass, go out and do mosaic. If you are in mosaic, go out and do photography. Take the picture, cut it into pieces. You will see very abstract designs that you can make out of design and out of anything you want to do. I don't know individually, all of you, what you do, but I know that you have talent. So if you get depressed or somebody comes saying, I don't like this color, ignore, move on. Because a lot of people come and say, oh, I can do it. Oh, congratulations, then why are you here? Right? So this is my presentation tonight. I hope that I can open your eyes, not for international trade, but to give you an idea of what things can happen. Be very, very careful. Who is your agent and how do you get in touch with them? So I'm willing to take any questions. Yes?
Well, you talked about copyright and logo and
Trademark. Yes.
Have you ever had any challenges, or have you found any infringements?
Have I found what? No, no infringements, but Nadia. If I put Nadia silk, because I had tried to put Nadia silk, thousands of porno sites. And frankly, maybe the men will like that, but I don't think the ladies would like to buy the scarves from a porno site. So I had to reapply again and lose the money that I applied on Nadia silk, because when I went through, there were thousands of them. I applied as Nadia silk, Nadia Azumi silk couture. And there is nothing infringing anywhere in this trademark. Now, if you're talking about copyright as the fashion, everybody copies everybody.
No, I was talking about, has anybody infringed on your logo or?
No, nobody has. There is some code of ethics in certain things, and in certain things there isn't. Like, I know my website is coming up, and it will have a lot of codes to get into the fashion site that will be changed monthly. And even if I give the code, people will copy. But if you're really an artist, no matter how much they copy, you just keep on moving, you keep on changing. That is the concept of being an artist. Any questions? No? Nobody's going to Rome? Yes.
When you said 23% tax,
Yes.
based on what amount? You pay
23 doesn't matter. Whether it's food, fashion, going to the hairdresser, you pay 23%.
Yes, you said in advance. In advance of what? Before you exhibit?
Before you exhibit, before,
The total amount?
no,
of what
it's
your merchandise is worth?
the merchandise when it reaches Italy, and you have to sell it. It goes according to the price you're selling.
Yes.
Say the scarf is $50 plus 23% sales tax.
Okay.
So if you say the scarf is $50, think before you put the $50 because you have the customs, you have the agent, you have all those things to think about. So it shouldn't be 50, it should be 150 plus tax.
But do you pay the 23% or the buyer pays the 23%?
No, I pay. I pay in
The
ahead.
seller pays the...
Yes,
Does
And
the buyer
what does the
eventually
buyer pay? The buyer
23%. So Italy
pays
has,
what you saw after
yes,
you pay.
exactly.
So is that like a value-added tax?
Yes, yes, yes. Italy is very, very bad in the sense of taxes. It's very complicated.
You get back your tax from the customer.
No, you don't. But when at the end of the year, when you have your statement to present them to the taxes here, you're considered, I'm Italian, but I'm considered an American artist. So if I pay, say, 23% in Rome, in my books, I can deduct them here. I don't pay double. So they give you a break on whatever you have. So the shipping, the cost, and everything that you do to get your stuff overseas is something that will come back to you once you start moving, and even before you start moving. But remember, you need a bank account. The bank account has to be completely yours. And LLC. LLC, because no matter what, if I put a scarf and say, God forbid, Michelle chokes on it, she will sue me. I can lose the house. Why? Put LLC. Protect yourself and your family. Yes. Any questions? No? Okay. Well, thank you very much. I hope you learned something and I can share with you. I enjoyed having you. Thank you so much, and don't give up. Don't give up. Thank you.